Torrin in the flicker. Torrin, how come you ain't got no Instagram? Points.
Well, I was like,
time to get this support metal in. Alright. Not too much lighting. Right there. Perfection.
this is what happens. Look, it was hiding it there. This front plate was hiding it. Open it up. Disgusting. I'm pretty sure you can see. Oh, there's more than one hole there.
You probably hit that out with the sludge right there.
Yeah. Don't want that at all. Now, gotta figure out where to cut, slice, and dice, and then I'm on my way. Look at that foolish face.
Work, man. Why are you recording?
Because you're foolish and you're fucking up my footage. That is finally out. Look at that, look at that, look at that. Cut it, sliced, and diced, baby. You know what it is. Told me that the car was amazing. Would that happen to be you? This is how I met this guy.
Man, cut that shit out, man.
This is how I met this man, homie. I bought this car
Can you cut that
like 4 years ago or something like that. He said this car was perfectly fine. Hey, quit messing up my footage, homie. You gonna mess up the camera. Look, it's shut off now.
Good. You gonna start over or what?
No, I'm not starting over. It's still on. Anyways, I bought this. Look, you're gonna mess up my volume.
I'm good.
You're gonna mess up my volume. I'm still gonna put you on there. Anywho, this has been trapped in the ocean of some sort. It's funny because it's only on the driver's side. So the reason why I took it out, the crush sleeves, they're completely gone. They're rusted gone. This one's almost on its way out. Bought the car, I was about to put everything up, about to go, about to get ready. Oh, this is all the rust from the inside too. Oh, look at that nasty. But I was about to throw it up, go to a car show, about to be all nice and stunting everywhere because of this brand new motor. When you buy stuff off of, you know, I didn't say no names, but some stuffs tend to fall apart. So now I'm gonna be smacking this on there. This is from another FOXBODY from the junkyard. Save, baby. This is in amazing shape. No rust, no nothing. So now I'm about to measure everything. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna measure across and then see what the length is. I cut it like a square pretty much too, so it'll be a little bit easier to measure everything too as well. Everything should go in properly, everything should go in good. Yeah, let's get started on this. Day number like 42 on this frame rail. Taking forever. What I'm doing here is lightly grinding, basically sanding away all the rust that I can find. But I noticed both shock towers on top had a little bit of rust. I like grinded a little bit down so it won't rust no more. I got a little bit going right here. So let me try to, I don't know if you can see. I'm going over it now with the Dremel so I can get the little nooks and crannies that I can't reach with the grinder. But I mean, it's a little rough texture, but I'm gonna be using a epoxy primer build or something like that. So, but yeah, it's a lot of rust, man. It's looking nasty, boy. Look at this. I'm doing this outside. What you can probably see it. It's just the paint is just gonna flake off right here. Paint's done. This is all rust underneath. It goes all the way up to probably like right here. I'm gonna Dremel this off and away and then throw some epoxy over it so it won't rust over time. Cause this shit is nasty. It was disgusting before. And on top of that, this is part of the shock tower. I didn't want to cut through this because then I'm gonna have to cut even more on the frame. And I didn't really want to do that, so I just sliced it right here. There's a little bit of rust. It's exactly like this, so we don't really have to replace that. But other than that, this is where I'm at, and I'm about to start dremeling, and I'm gonna cut the video back on probably when I'm done. I grinded away all the rust down to the metal. And then down in this section right below the brake booster, this is the worst part, homie. This is disgusting. The paint was flaking away. It was just rust built up right behind it. Nasty, disgusting. Maybe just because it's close to the ocean. I don't know. But what I'm gonna be using to cover it up, because you never want to leave them exposed, I'm gonna be using epoxy primer. It costs like 20 bucks for the whole can. I'm not gonna be painting this car for a while, so I'm just using the can for now. I don't know if it's a high buildup, I don't know if it is, but we're gonna build it up, you know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna get this going. This is basically like what you would use painting your car. We're settled, about to lay down the paint. Let's do it, let's see the work. You got it?
Yeah.
Alright. Grab this red little cap on top. I already shook up the can. Gotta shake up the can for like 2 minutes. You know what I'm saying? 5 minutes if you want to, if you got strong enough. But all you gotta do, put that shit on, and then like that. The hardener is in the can now. And what you want to do, you want to shake it up again. So there you go. Back to 2 minutes, maybe less, hopefully. Nice and black. And I did not cover anything because it's a primer black, so everything else is black. So it's all good. And also I'm replacing the wiring anyway with another dash harness from a different car. This one's all chewed up too. But yeah, look at this. Nice. Epoxy's on there. This thing won't ever rust. This is what the engine bay looks like. Oh yeah, this is the main reason why I did this, because it was bad, nasty rust right here. It wasn't stupid bad, but it was pretty bad to where I wanted to do something with it. So I ended up using the Dremel, cleaned it up as good as I could. No more rust really, except for in the edges that I couldn't get to, but I put some extra spray on those so it won't spread too bad. And look at this. Look how many little Dremels I went through. And then one broke. 9 of them I went through. This is the other side. Pulled that off because I started seeing some rust up here. And when I pulled it off, it was just rust from right here to the top all the way down to the bottom. Disgusting, nasty. Also hit that with the Dremel as good as I can. Got most of the rust except for in the crack. Rusted all right here, rust up here, rust all around here, and even in there. Oh, and along here. So I Dremeled all that. Epoxy's on it, letting it dry. Look at that little drip mark. Ooh, I caked that. Tuesday, we'll be cutting that out, sizing that up, and then should be good to go in.
That's where the precision comes in. Cut this piece right about right there. Making all the measurements, and then we'll cut up top and on this side. It's gonna take the most time on this one though. Got it tacked up so we can test fit this here K-member. Test fit it, making it more permanent.
As you can see, these things ain't perfect, but let me check out the other side. Hold on. And here's the other side. Got a little rust, a little surface rust going on in here, but I'm gonna go ahead and clean that up. I'm gonna try to hit it with a softer sandpaper like Trina said and get it going. But this is what the other side looks like. And there goes the little square that I need to finish. I need to grind this one off, add a little square right here, finish the square. All in all, man, this thing came out great. Looks good. Yeah, I just cut from the top, cut over, cut down, over, and then just straight down on both sides. Back here is a little rough because I can't really get the grinder back there, but it's all good. Right here, this little piece I had to cut. Looks amazing though. Amazing. I know the top part is looking a little rough, but I welded it from both sides. I was just trying to see how my penetration was. I was just testing that. But yeah, these are from welding from the other side. They're actually going all the way through. I try to clean up as much as I can. This is where I was testing the penetration to see if it'll go through that way on the other side. We already set up the K-member. It lines up beautifully. Almost like stock. Almost. Oh, underneath. Oh, it's that underneath. Let me focus in on that. Yep, wow, there it is. Got that welded up and grinded. Got this piece over here back on. I gotta add the piece that goes right here. It's a little triangle. Just finish the square pretty much, and then weld it onto this. Finished product, baby. I know this is looking a little rough. I'm not really tripping at all. It's just basically just smoothing it out right here so it's not as noticeable. But I'll fix this later once I actually get to the engine bay to where I paint it, because then all this stuff will be cleaned up and everything. And then I'll close off the holes with how it should be closed off, which is welding shut or welding a little something over it. But yeah, this is how it looks before I paint it. And here we go. Boom! And she's done. Look at that. Look at that. Ooh. Fresh paint. It's a little drips everywhere, but that's fine. You can see it. Ugh. But it looks good though. Good as new. Woo! Now just time to mount this K-member up and then we're good to go. And then after all that, take all the wiring out and start in the interior. Dang.
Got the K-member mounted. Check this one off the list.
Alright, I'll send you that.
Taking a quick foam break.
that. Did you get that? Excuse me. You gotta keep that in there. Excuse me. It's always sound in it. Woo! Look at that. Ooh, yeah, look at that red pop, baby. Look at that red pop. Sway bars up, K members up. Now it's just time for this thing to go in, I think. I'm gonna take this tranny off. We're gonna take it off and then install it once it's in the car because it was a hassle trying to get it out. Man, to take this off is so easy. It's so easy. It's 1 bolt right there, 2 bolt, 3 bolt, quattro bolt. Easy work. Take it off, set it in the car. And then once it's in, slide it right in. Easy, lovely. But I'm gonna do that in a little bit. We'll see.